Hello, I am the Cosmic Turtle and thank you for joining me. This is just a quick video going over the new update for Borderlands 3. So this is the February 13th, 2020 update. I'm just going to be going over all the categories here. There's a little introduction, we're going to ignore that because it just basically gives you a short overview of kind of what they're doing. But basically, the first thing we've got here is the Broken Hearts Day event, which I believe lasts from the 13th to the 20th, and that's this by here. There's another event, wrong button, similar to the Halloween one. I forgot what it was called. But you got 5 challenges here. You get 2 weapons, so you get this one, and you got that one by there. You get a new skin, a new trinket, and a echo skin. So obviously it's going to be a similar sort of thing where you go through a, I don't know if it's going to be the same like a new area or if it'll just be break 100 hearts. Well, it's just for breaking loads of hearts. So I think this one is just going to be a small one, not quite like the last one. But basically, Maurice, your sentient Saurian shipmate on Sanctuary 3, is continuing his study of humanity's customs and has taken an interest in our strange courting rituals. To help him understand the emotional roller coaster that is Broken Hearts Day, you'll need to blast the floating hearts that are popping over baddies' heads all over the galaxy. Maurice will reward you with sweet Broken Heart Day loot for your trouble, including 2 new level 53 weapons, Terminal Polyamorous and Wedding Invitation. So it looks like, it's like when you killed the enemies and the skulls came out of them, they have a heart. So I guess there's no new area to explore, it's just going to be slight variation when you kill people in just, you know, your normal goings on. We'll quickly go find Maurice just to show you where he is, if he is where he was before, that is. He could have shifted places. And then while we're doing that, we've also got this thing called Event Toggle, which that is on the main menu. I'll show you that at the very end of the video. I'll quit and show you the home screen. For the Vault Hunter who already has everything or prefers their gameplay to be more straightforward, you can now disable the Broken Hearts Day event main menu. Highly requested feature, or this highly requested feature will be included for all future seasonal events as well. Oh, there's Maurice. Yeah, look, he's got some hearts on his head and an arrow going through his head. Looks like I'm in this little office. So yeah, he's where he was before. I guess I'll speak to him and then he gives me the quest, but I won't do that now. We'll just let him walk around there for a bit. Skippable cutscenes. This is fantastic if you ask me. With you can now skip all cutscenes in the game, whether you've seen the before or not, during solo play or by the host of your party during multiplayer. Simply press any key during the scene and you'll be prompted to confirm the skip. So that's fantastic if you want to do multiple playthroughs, or if you're just trying to do characters to store loot, which you don't really need to do that anymore since they increased the size of your what's it called, safe by quite a lot. So but at the start that was a, you know, that was a feature that was considered, you know, it was a good idea to do it. Level cap increase. Cap has been increased to level 53, providing everyone with 3 more skill points to aim for. We are looking forward to seeing what interesting combination the community finds with their additional skills, and we have talk about in the future concerning the level cap increase and character growth. In previous Borderlands, I think level 69 was, or 71 was Borderlands 1, something around that. And then Borderlands 2, I believe, was a little bit higher. So I think it was mid to high 70s. So if that's anything to go by, you know, there's going to be quite... oh yeah, this is something, we'll go over that in a minute. There's probably a quite a lot of level increases to come. This is just the first of many, if I, you know, had to guess. We've got True Takedown mode. We're introducing True Takedown mode, takedown at the Maliwan site. As of this patch, there will be a way to re-enable the original version of the takedown scaled to 4 players. If you've seen my video, you know I complained a lot about it being ridiculous, and it did not feel like this was a single player challenge. And we have it here, it was set difficult for 4 people to get through. 1. Future takedowns will also launch with both modes in, so there will be more than just the Maliwan Black site, and you will also be able to scale it for 1. It doesn't say 1, 2, 3, or if it's just 1 person or 4. Default setting keeps the takedown scaled depending on how many people, there we are in your party. To turn back on 4-player scaling, toggle the new switch to the right of the takedown door. So if you think you're badass, you can go and do as much as you want. Or make it as difficult as you want. Guardian ranks. You are now able to turn off individual Guardian ranks or the whole system if there is any perks nice with your builds. You can now disable them. Oh yeah, I think I read that slightly wrong, but don't worry, you get the gist of it. For those who want to enjoy vanilla leveling experience, you have the ability to disable the entire system. This includes both stat bonuses and all perks. With the when this patch goes live, sorry, I know I'm fumbling every other word. The Guardian rank system will be turned off by default, as mine was just now, giving you a great opportunity to look through the perks to see if there's anything new you want to try. While the Guardian rank system is turned off, you will not gain, you will not be able to gain ranks. So while it's disabled, you don't put any experience into it. I am going to turn mine on. Alright, so you can actually individually turn off certain things here, which is very nice. Well, that's a skin, so I'm not sure how you can turn that off, but whatever. I'm going to keep mine on because, you know, I worked hard to get those. Stadia. Not that anyone is playing this game on the Stadia, but, you know, we'll go over it. It's only like 5 lines anyway. Oh. 7 lines. With this patch, Stadia is now caught up to the other platforms. Stadia players can now access Moxie's heist of the handsome jackpot, fight through takedown of the at the Maliwan black site, and take advantage of the I don't know what they are. Improvements that were included in previous patches. Right, and you know the really good stuff. So we got stability. Addresses. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of, nearly everyone says addresses, so assume before whatever I say addresses for it. Multiple reported crashes, multiple reported memory crashes, a reported crash that could sometimes occur updating the position of the dueling timer during a level transition, a reported crash that could sometimes occur when there is no player character while spectating in the takedown at the Maliwan black site, a rare crash that could sometimes occur when hijacking. Oh my god, there's so many crashes. A rare crash that could sometimes occur after extended hours of play. Right, the next couple of few are all crashes, so I'm just going to skip after where it says address is a rare crash, and we can go from there. That could sometimes occur during combat in Atlas HQ. That could sometimes occur in a multiplayer game in the Droughts. That could sometimes occur when loading into a map when campaign matchmaking. Just crashes could happen anywhere. This game has turned off my Xbox multiple times while trying to join a co-op game. So that's in here. We'll go. That sometimes occurred when elements react in bodies of water, so you're not even safe in the water. Addresses a reported freeze that could sometimes occur during garbage collection. Reported crash that could sometimes occur when using Iron Bear. Crash that could sometimes occur after respawning a vehicle and when using the car station before the vehicle spawned. A crash that could sometimes occur when holding both the left and right arrow keys in a tab of the Echo menu on a PC. So, you know. We got 3 more here. All crashes. No. Almost all crashes, not quite. The rest is a crash that could sometimes occur when quitting to desktop after another user disconnected during multiplayer on PC. Reported crash. This one isn't rare. A reported crash that could occur when the host selected quit to portal on Stadia. Oh my god, it even crashes unique to Stadia. Addressed a reported memory leak of on-map transition. I wonder if they fixed the whole oops, I turned it off by I'll go back on. Well, yeah, here's the map. I had this problem with mine where it said I complete not 102% of the game completed. Oh, have I got new missions? I'll have to look into that. There we are, so now we're down to performance. We are continuing to work on additional stability and performance for future patches. Implemented multiple performance customizations, implemented multiple audio performance optimizations. Oh, sorry, it was optimizations the first time, not customizations. Addressed reported performance issue encountered when players are pushed by another user's vehicle. Addressed a performance that when fighting enemies at Lumberton Junction in Floodmoor Basin. Well, it says performance issues, doesn't specify what they are though. Addressed reported performance issues when scrolling through Guardian rank menu icons quickly. Alright, that's that for the performance. We got general now. Added weight to the Guardian rank random reward. There's a random reward? Oh yeah, I know what they mean. They're on about, I guess, over here when you do redeem token. That's what they're on about. Addressed weight. Addressed weight. Added weight. What do they mean added weight? Added weight to the Guardian rank random reward selection to favour reward options with less tokens applied to them. Ah, right, okay, so let's have a look. Well, I got 0 for vehicle damage, meaning that's going to pop up a lot, I guess, if I go for Enforcer from this point forward, which is fantastic. Because I haven't been avoiding it for a reason, you know? Addressed a reported concern that some missions were not awarding their cosmetic item rewards. That's not happened for me, thankfully. Players should now have the mission rewards if they completed the associated missions. Mask. Technical Nogout in Meriden Outs. Atlas Classic Skin. Atlas at last. Gilded Rage Jacobs Skin. Cold as the Grave. So obviously the first one is the skin, and then second is the mission. Signature Style COV Skin, and then from the Great Vault. Drop the Weapon Trinket. It's alive. And we got what's this? Addressed a reported concern that players could be granted starting gear that was far beyond their level. Addressed a reported concern that a player in spectator mode would occasionally lose functionality when the Takedown host fast travelled to a different map. I guess the game thought they were spectator. Addressed a reported concern that a second wind would occasionally reset the Takedown mission after failed the mission. That's right. Reported concern that players who were occasionally respawning at the incorrect checkpoint in Meridian outskirts. See that lake. Alright, we're going to skip over that addressed concern that the player, because it's always the exact starting point, the player character on the select menu would be positioned incorrectly when a player when a player late multiplayer game on well 27. But why that map? Why that look specifically, you know? It's really strange. Concern that the weapon Tig's Boom was spawning projectiles in the wrong location. Increased the chance of Tig's Boom to a projectile. Addressed a reported concern that anointed enforcers' shields would occasionally disappear and make the enemy appear vulnerable when they were not. Well, I wish they would address where they make one of the anointed enemies shoot fireballs and they spam it infinitely, or like so often that you just have to run away or die invincible while they do it. Where were we? Addressed a reported concern that a third-person healing effect could occasionally scale larger than intended. I doubt that was a concern because people did more. They were happy about that, I'd imagine. Addressed a reported concern that players were being teleported to random places during cutscenes when standing on specific spots in a map. Well, this is so maybe it was healing the enemies as well. The reported concern that the incorrect icon was displayed when confirming in Japanese on PS4. Alright. Before we carry on, my throat is starting to hurt. I don't talk this often, or this frequently for so long. A quick drink, but then sort my throat out. We got addressed a reported concern that item cards would occasionally remain present on the screen after up an item. Oh, I had that. I had that a lot, and that was annoying as hell. That was such a pain. You'd have to bring up this menu and take it away for the item thing to bugger off. Addressed a reported videos would sometimes appear corrupted on Stadia. Alright, so we got a few Stadia ones here now. Again, not that anyone's really playing it on Stadia, but just in case. Addressed a reported concern where certain key inputs were not accepted properly on Stadia. Addressed a reported concern the joinable status of a game on Stadia could be incorrect. A reported concern with incorrect key glyphing when returning to the main menu on Stadia. Nativized previous hotkeys. Alright, so I guess that means they put all the hotfixes, sorry, I guess that means they put the hotfixes onto Stadia as well. And then we got a few things here for missions. What's this? Addressed a perceived progression blocker. Yeah, that's what all of them say. So over that. After entering Lectra City from another map after completing the collect batteries objective of Kill Bolt. That occasionally occurred during the return top-ins to Tina. But they're not actually saying what this is. It's basically on the mission Going Rogue, there was sometimes something that could happen that could block you from the mission, and this would happen when leaving or re-entering the map during the check dead drop objective of that mission. You could sometimes, you could never finish it. Addressed a reported concern where dialogue could be repeatedly triggered if the player loaded a map while on the objective. Take alternative during footsteps of the giants on Desolation's Edge, sorry. Addressed a perceived progression blocker during the loot vault objective with Typhon during footsteps of giants. Reported concern, where a player with active missions could start a session with no tracked mission if their previously tracked mission could not be tracked. There's a lot of tracking. Right, I think we're on the last bit now. So those are all the missions that they tried sorting out there. Now we're on the hotfix notes now. Addressed a reported concern that the emergency response perk was increasing shielded relay rather than decreasing it. Addressed a reported concern that the crowd audio was sometimes coming from a separate location while chasing down Carnivora. Added blockers to prevent players from occasionally escaping the map, dying while jumping off the edge of the cliff in Carnivora. Addressed a reported concern that players could walk through a wall of rocks in Carnivora, so they kind of Carnivora at the start apparently. Added blocker players from escaping the map near the Apollo station New You in Neon Material. So realised all this here, if you just deleted your update and went back on this game offline, you'd know where all the nonsense is and just how to get out of the map. Addressed a reported concern that the gunner sometimes gets stuck in the second area of the bridge. Never happened to me, thankfully. Addressed a reported concern, sorry, lost my voice then. Concern that players could occasionally escape the sky survival in the Proving Grounds. The Siren could escape the map while using downfall ability in System Slaughter and the Destroyer Rift. The final satellite dish would not appear for the player to destroy at certain distances during bad reception. Players were able to break an Iridium Crystal during cluster in Iridium Crystal cluster. I've had that where certain ones just didn't break for some reason, and that's in Amber Mine. Aim assist was snapping aggressively on the center of the enemy when fighting the Blue Fire and Red Rain boss enemies in Slaughter 3000. Well, I don't know about that one because I actually died during my play of that at the near the very end, and I didn't get to fight that. Not properly, I had to fight from a distance. But yeah, that is the whole update there. If you want to read, there will be a link to it in the description of this video. And the last little thing they've done is on the main menu here. They've added into the main menu screen here. But I hope you found this useful and helpful. If you have, please leave a like. It'd really mean a lot. Yeah, so fixes applied. So we've got this little sign by here. Not as interesting as the one, but still pretty funny how they chucked that there. So yeah, please leave a like and subscribe if you found this helpful, and also check out my Twitch if you like to watch, you know, live streams of all sorts of games. I stream every day, have a nice chat here and there, you know, and it'll be fun. So take care and have a great day. Bye now. Oh yeah, in case it matters, all this was on the Xbox One X. Bye now.